Welcome back, Devils fans. It's been a long time since I popped on here and did a video of any kind with myself in it, talking about Devils hockey and all that fun stuff. So we are 3 games through the season on the young 23-24 NHL season, and I just had to come on here to get a little bit off my chest because over the past few days I've been kind of scanning a lot of social media and websites and videos people have been putting out and a lot of things. So I just kind of want to give my viewpoint on everything as we stand today. So starting off with a 3-game homestand at Prudential Center, obviously everyone wants to go 3-0 and get the 6 points, right? Obviously that's the dream scenario. Phenomenal story, start 3-0, get 6 points. We weren't going to go 82-0, guys. I hate to be the one to break it to you. We were not going to go 82-0. And so to finish 1-1-1 on a 3-game homestand and finish with 3 out of a possible 6 points, it's not good, but it could be worse. We could have went 0-3 and have no points. And so with that being said, having 3 out of a potential 6 points on the homestand, I'm a little disappointed with the start, but it's 3 games. You know, it's not the end of the world. We're not at game 15, game 12, even game 10. We've played 3 games. And so I will say this, I went to the home opener, and I don't know if you guys had checked out any of the videos. I put up a lot of content on the channel from the home opener. The Devils did the really cool red carpet thing they've been doing. It was very cool to see. I've actually never went to one before. So if you haven't seen it, check out the videos on the channel. We have a lot of red carpet coverage, some behind the scenes stuff, and some other things from throughout the night at the home opener, which was a great time, great comeback win. But yeah, so through 3 games, we have 3 points. We obviously have started games atrociously, and we look completely flat in the first periods, scoring 0 goals in 3 different first periods of each game, obviously. And so, listen, you know, they're going to figure it out. It's game 3. I am not hitting the panic button like a lot of you are. I am not going to overly criticize Timomeier and a couple other guys who haven't showed up yet on the score sheet. It's a long season. It's a long season. You got to give them some time. And also, you know, we're so deep with so many different combinations and permutations of lines that it's going to take some time to find some that stick. So yesterday in practice, it looks like Lindy's shaking it up a little bit. And yesterday, the lines we had Timo with Hughes and Mercer. That's a very interesting line. I'd like to see what they're capable of doing. And then the second line was Toffoli, Nico Hischier, and Bratt. Third line, Palat, McLeod, and Holtz. Fourth line, Tierney, Lazar, and Bastian. When you're this deep and you have so many weapons and so many different ways of moving the pieces around, like, it's going to take some time to see what really sticks, and hopefully we go with for the long term throughout the year. I personally always liked keeping Jack and Bratt together. They seem to have like amazing chemistry. Some of the crazy goals they've already scored this season was the magic between the two of them, and I think ultimately we probably will see the two of them back on the line at some point. But Lindy's got to shake it up, put it in a blender, and see what we come out with, and see if he can get some of these other guys going. Obviously, a disappointing start for Nico, you know, but it is what it is. We're 3 games in, and I'm not going to freak out just yet. And so we're just looking here. Yeah, Jack looks like he not only picked up from where he left off last year, but he seems like he's elevated his game even from there. He has 6 points in 3 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. Jack just seems to be on another level this year. I think he's out to prove a point that he is one of the elite players in the league. He does belong in the conversation with, you know, the McDavids of the world, and whoever else everyone, you know, puts in that category. Draisaitl, maybe not Sid anymore, but, you know, as he's winding down. But I think Jack is one of the elite playmakers and players in the league, and I think he wants to be viewed that way. I think even last year he was kind of in that 1A category in most media's perception and reporting. It was like, you know, he was right below the top of the best of the best guys, and I think he's out there this year to prove that he belongs with the best of the best. I expect him to have a monster season. I think he will be at least in the Hart Trophy conversation as MVP of the league, if not a nominee. Obviously, it would be ecstatic to see him win it. But I expect him to be in the conversation, and a nomination and or win would be phenomenal. Bratt obviously has looked great as well. Playing with Jack is going to help your career, and we've seen that with Jesper Bratt. Dougie Hamilton, again, monster year last year. Seems like he's kind of picked up right where he left off, and it could be another monster year for Dougie. One of the things that I had talked about with some of my other Devils fan friends is that when you have a year like last year, where we've exceeded expectations, franchise record in points. Jack has the franchise record, single season points, breaks Patty's record. We go to the second round of the playoffs for the first time in forever. I think that people have to take a step back and realize there cannot be improvement across the board, meaning every guy can't have a better season than they had last season. It's just not really a thing that happens, right? And so, with that being said, I think you might see guys like possibly Timo, Dawson Mercer, very well may have less points than they finished with last year. I mean, everyone had pretty good years last year, and I think it's part of the game. You cannot improve every single season. If that was the case, what a team we would have. But I do think there's going to be a couple guys that at the end of the year you're going to say, oh, they had a little down year from last year, and that's perfectly fine. As long as the team is winning, we get to the playoffs and make a deep run, I'm not going to get caught up in these, little, this guy had 10 less points than last year and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care at all. And I guess their agents probably care because that's how they get paid. But as long as the team success is there, I don't care where the production comes from. Now, it seems like Jack is just going to be an absolute monster. Jack, I forget what I predicted. I think in one of my earlier videos in the summer, I predicted 115 points for him. Well, right now, obviously only 3 games, he's on pace for 164 points. What a year that would be, right? I'm pretty sure that would get him the Hart, but that's unrealistic. But my main takeaway over the past few days is, listen, guys, it's only 3 games. Has it been a little disappointing? Sure. I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet whatsoever. This team will be just fine. We need to figure out what line combinations are going to work, what's going to stick, who's going to feed off of who, and keep it moving. 3 games into the season. I am not worried whatsoever, and everything will be fine. And so this is Wednesday morning. We play again Friday at Long Island. I'm debating whether or not to go. With the traffic and stuff from North Jersey, it's pretty much a nightmare to get there. Coming back wouldn't be so bad because it's late at night, but getting there anytime during the day is just awful. But I might do that, I might not. But 3 games in, guys, we got 3 points. Not the end of the world. This team will be okay. We will right the ship. And all's well in Devilland, guys. We are stacked. We are loaded. And if you've seen when we actually wake up from our slumber to start the games, we look like a friggin' video game out there. Some of the power play passing and the shots, it's video game stuff. We're moving the puck crazy chances. We're going to be fine. We just need to be consistent, play hockey for 60 minutes and not come out sleeping and then wait to flip the switch when we're down 2-0, 3-0, or even 4-0. So we've shown the skill and the talent is there. We can step it up a notch. We can be lethal like everyone thought we could be. Now we just need to do it for 60 minutes of a hockey game, or at least much closer to 60 minutes than they have been playing. We're going to be fine. If you haven't, check out some of the opening night videos, some cool red carpet stuff and all that I talked about earlier. If you like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Helps us get out to more Devils fans. I'll be back soon with some other stuff. I'll be kicking around somewhere. And until next time, friends, let's go Devils.